It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning. It's February 23rd. Glad to be back after a whale of a weekend. I'm feeling Minnesota, so I need some headlines, Paul Fletcher.
All right. Spring forecasts are rolling in, giving us an early look of at what to expect as a cold and snowy winter draws to a close. The consensus among the national meteorology outlets predict a slower transition to spring as cold air lingers across the state. Expect below average temps through April before a warm-up in May.
Okay, it's going to be 37 tomorrow and 46 on Friday, so I don't know if I'm buying this.
Okay, well.
I'm looking at the forecast right now, man.
And they're, you know, I'm just the messenger. I don't know what to tell you. I trust them.
Go for it, man. You know what? Bundle up.
Yeah.
Get some extra firewood going.
I'm cool with... I'm not going to put the shovel away or anything, but there will be some melting happening this week.
Yeah, I don't mind it. More than 63 million Americans are under winter storm alerts, including 26 million under blizzard warnings as a nor'easter struck the mid-Atlantic and northeast overnight. The storm formed off the coast of North Carolina, moved northward, causing a rapid drop in air pressure known as a bomb cyclone. Cities including, that just sounds bad.
Yeah.
Cities from Philly, Boston, New York City are expected between 9 and 20 inches of snow.
Yeah, I looked at I looked at a Boston weather report, and you look at your phone and it just says snow, rain mix, whatever. Theirs just says for the next 12 hours blizzard. Yeah. I've never seen the word blizzard on the weather app, but it's like no. Blizzard, full on. Just stay indoors.
Yeah. Gnarly. Expect major 394 disruptions in and out of Minneapolis as of last night, including a full closure between Highway 100 and downtown from February 27th to March 5th.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. MnDOT's 2-year project will shut down the Penn Avenue Bridge, reduce lanes near downtown, and close several key ramps. I'd plan an alternate route if I were you, if that's your corridor.
And me having to get out to Costco today.
Yes,
Jeez.
yes. This is where they're going to shift you over to the easy pass lanes instead of the normal lanes, but it's going to be a headache for a while.
Yeah, all right. Never mind. I'll check back in 2028.
Okay.
The U.S. State Department issued a security warning on February 22nd, advising Americans in Mexico to shelter in place until further notice after the leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel was killed by the Mexican army. Quote, due to ongoing security operations and related road blockages and criminal activity, U.S. citizens in the named locations should shelter in place until further notice. Those include Puerto Vallarta and Guadalajara, amongst others.
Several of their top league soccer games were canceled over the weekend as well. They're like, yeah, we're not doing anything. Everybody just
weird.
Sit where you are. Let's
Weird,
not get out.
Word. One battle after another swept the BAFTA Film Awards over in the UK. After leading with the most nominations, a total of 14, the Leo DiCaprio-led flick walked away with Best Film, Best Director, Best Supporting Actor, Sean Penn, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Cinematography, and Best Editing. Main reason for bringing it up is generally the BAFTAs, they say, are a foreshadowing of the Oscars.
Precursor.
The Oscars a lot of times follow winners from the BAFTAs.
I did see that Jessie Buckley won the BAFTA for Hamnet, and having seen that movie now over the weekend, just go ahead and put that Oscar in her hands.
Okay.
Don't go see Hamnet unless you're looking to get some feelings out. Holy smokes, that thing knocked me. I was sideways when that sucker ended.
Jessie Buckley's, have you seen the movie She's Got Coming, The Bride, the Maggie Gyllenhaal movie?
No.
Oh, with Christian Bale. Looks insane. LA's Department of Transportation is being mocked for an ad telling people they're not allowed to poop on city buses. The city immediately yanked the ad from YouTube, but it didn't explain why it made it in the first place. They released a statement, though, the next day and said the ads weren't supposed to be posted online. They were just for, quote, onboard viewing to inform riders how to report crappy behavior.
Okay, but we're still not supposed to poop on the bus, right?
I think that's still.
Okay.
I think that still holds up. Yeah,
still protocol.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, man. Those buses get delayed. You're late for work. It's what are you going to do? Hop off, go find a McDonald's, run in? I mean, come on. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to see it from the perspective of those poopers.
Are dogs allowed on buses? Because maybe there's a dog poop problem.
Man, tell you what. That's rough. When you have to, I don't care what the reason is. There's someone came up with that concept, and someone greenlit it, and someone shot it, and someone edited it. There's a lot of places along the way somebody could have said, "Why are we doing this?"
Yeah.
And even if it's only supposed to be actually on the bus, displayed on the bus, it will eventually end up on the internet because this is ridiculous.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's
Poop me on the bus.
Yes.
There's always a replacement song for every story.
Yes, there is. Guitarist Chad Taylor and drummer Chad Gracie have issued a cease and desist letter to frontman Ed Kowalczyk, demanding he stop using the live band name. The band live in connection with touring, merchandising, recording, advertising, promotion, branding, or any other commercial activity. Kowalczyk allegedly fired the other musicians in 2022, taking control of the band while continuing to tour and perform as live.
Okay, wait, hold on. What are those guys' names again?
Chad Taylor and Chad Gracie.
There's two Chads in the same band, and I didn't know it until right now.
This
Two
really
Chads.
checks out, though.
By the way, I've met those guys, and I didn't realize two of them were named Chad.
Two Chads and an Ed, yeah, sure.
If you want me to side with Ed Kowalczyk, tell me there's two Chads coming at him. We got an email from the Chads. Wow.
This might be a question for a lawyer, but can he just say it's pronounced live and get away with it?
Why not?
Yeah.
Just take the E off and then remove all doubt.
And like you said, this might be beyond us, but if he is controlling the band and has the power to fire them, then doesn't he also have? I mean,
well, that, you got to check the fine print. You never know who's got control of the name.
Clearly not, or they wouldn't have issued a cease and desist.
It's an acronym for evil. Just wear it. Just you know what? Run with it. Call the band evil moving forward.
Sure. Are dirty words funnier when kids say them? Well, let's find out, because an Iowa company went viral for this.
You got small balls in your truck just stalled, we can help you with your truck.
Maybe you own a trailer and your brakes are failure. We can help you with your trailer.
So get with us here at Robinson Truck and Trailer Repair. If your truck's gotten a and your boss is a you can call us at 515-726-9144.
Wow. That's Robinson Truck and Trailer Repair.
Oh,
wow.
Cashing in there.
It is funnier when kids do it. I want to hear the unedited or the uncensored version, though.
Oh, I checked it out.
Is
It's if your truck has gone to S and your boss is a prick. So
I like it.
there you go.
I like it. I like it. What the hell? Yeah, why not? Let's do sports.
Can we?
Yes, please.
Do you want to start with the Timberwolves?
Sure.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the USA men's hockey team in Italy yesterday. Boy, oh boy, what a game it was. And to all of our Canadian friends, suck it. Yes, you played great.
Yeah.
Yes, you woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's sports, but you didn't. The U.S. with a 2-1 victory in overtime. I'll come out and say it. I think 3-on-3 sucks, but that's the rules. You play the game they give you. You made a mistake. We capitalized. Bing, bang, boom. Gold to the Americans.
You are correct. And the other argument I would say is that in the past, we've gone to shootouts.
Yeah.
I'd rather play some form of hockey
I agree.
than have stupid shootouts. So
I would take 5-on-5 until everyone dies myself. But you know what? That's how it goes. Let's talk about the game briefly. Our guy, Matt Boldy, goes into the Olympics as the leading scoring American in the NHL. And yesterday decides, you know what? Let's get this party started with a goal that you're going to hear it, and then I will do my best to explain it.
Boldy looking to push through. That Boldy to the net. He scores!
Okay, that's exciting, right?
Yeah.
If you haven't seen this goal, let me just say this. I've stared at the TV and rewound it and rewound it and rewound it. It's one of the most striking, mind-bogglingly badass singular efforts I've ever seen in any sport at any time. He's got Makar and Devontae's like two of the better defenders on the planet.
Not better. Makar's the one guy they argue is better than Quinn Hughes.
He splits them both with the pass to himself, basically. Flips it up, splits them both, goes in, and slides a backhander into the net. It was just one of the greatest singular. I guarantee you, he has no idea how or what he was doing. It's just instinct, pure and simple.
He just made it look so freaking easy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
What he did in my eyes is he took his insane, his elite level skill and combined it with a desire to want. I mean, so it was attitude, effort, and then insane skill all into one.
Completely insane. Completely insane. The Canada got one back, and then it did go to OT, and it did not take very long until Jack Hughes, younger brother of Quinn Hughes, decided enough's enough.
Now Jack Hughes puts it around the car. United States with numbers. Back across it comes. Jack Hughes wins it. The golden goal for the United States. For the first time since the 1980 miracle, the United States takes the gold.
How about that? 46 years. And I remember that one way too clearly. But what an astonishing finish. What a great moment. This is minutes after Jack Hughes had a couple teeth knocked out of his face with a high stick, by the way.
Yep.
Just an incredible win for the USA team. And, it was nothing better than waking up early and putting on that game and then just staring at the TV. Again, just like Thursday with the women's game, when the goal went through and they got the win, just tears blasting out of my head.
Yep, 100%.
Camera work is horrible, by the way. Whoever was directing those games, I'd slap them right in the head. Just like with the women's game. When Megan Keller scored, Jack Hughes scored, the camera immediately panned to the crowd.
Yeah, that was kind of
Who
weird.
gives a flying fart at the moon about the crowd reaction? I want to see the team celebrating.
100%.
I want to see the coaches celebrating and hugging and crying. I could not care less about the fans in the arena at that moment. They're going to be cheering for 10 minutes.
We already know that.
Show me the guys and the women on the ice celebrating. I honestly, I went from pure, oh my God, not again. Anyway.
I feel like they cut to the Canadian coach way too much.
I know. It's like nobody cares about anything but the team who was celebrating. Show that. They're the ones who worked hard to get there. They're the ones who are crying and they're the only ones that matter.
We had just an awesome experience when the gold happened. My daughter had a game at 9:45 yesterday morning.
Oh boy!
In the midst of all of this.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what. While the third period was going down, you're in like a warming house area, an entry area of an arena in Minnesota, and everybody, opposition teams all standing around the TV. The kids are all chanting USA. I mean, that was as much. And then we found out about the goal because the crowd, the parents of the game, yelled, USA just won gold. And we explained to the girls on the bench. It was just, it was fantastic.
Outstanding. The Wolves did play yesterday at home, lost to Philly. Naz Reid out with a bad shoulder. Rudy Gobert sat out again because of cumulative flagrant fouls. He's just a one-man wrecking crew this year. Crap performance, weird lineups. It was a mess. They're on the road for the next 3. They go to Portland tomorrow night. Falcon Heights! Come on, Falcon Heights. Give us a little bit of love.
What's the State Fair countdown? Because Falcon Heights is probably counting it down.
I guarantee you they know the day.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Have you ever had to jump in and save the day? And I ask because a couple in Iowa last week went down to the courthouse to get married, as they were wont to do, scheduled for last Thursday. The judge that they made the appointment with, he did not show.
Ooh.
What judge?
Party foul.
Here doesn't come the judge, is what that's called. So they're standing around trying to figure out what to do, and somebody mentioned to them, well, there's a guy, there's an ordained dude down around the corner. We can go. He can take care of it. Let me make a quick call.
At the hardware store?
Long story short, no. Funeral home director.
Oh, no.
Funeral home director right around the corner.
Sure.
Hang on a minute. Let's go there. They all, and their some family members, some friends, there were people with them. It wasn't just a couple. They were all on hand, and then they all decided to take a trip over to the funeral home.
Why not?
I wanted to get married at the funeral home. Yay!
I rolled into the funeral home. Parking lot was full of cars. Didn't really know what I was getting myself into. Took 5-10 minutes, met with them, discussed the importance, made sure they were both for real.
We're in a chapel. I got to walk down the aisle with my dad. The girls got to be flower girls. My son got to be the ring bearer, and his son got to be his best man.
I mean, you don't say no, you help people. And I think that's what the good Lord put me on this earth to do, is to help people. And I was just happy to help.
I like how he made sure they were for real.
I like the funeral director there at the end. I'm here to help people, and I married them, and then I let them know, hey, should you need my services, I'll take a 10% discount on the whole.
I was going to say, maybe they got a 2-for-1 deal.
Got to. So, hey, way to step up, dude. You're sitting there, you're in the middle of, I don't know, maybe he's embalming somebody, gets the phone call. It's like, this will be a better turn to the day I wasn't expecting. Let me bring some joy to some people's lives.
He sounded quite emotional about it, too.
Johnny on the spot right there. Mm-hmm. Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm digging on that. Ever had that come up? Did you ever get the bat signal and you're like, I'm just a man or a woman for the job? I'm curious. 651-989-ROCK. That's the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line. Now, Rosemary and I were married by the video store manager on St. John in the Virgin Islands. But we knew ahead of time the guy that's going to marry you runs the video store. So the wedding will be, 20 to 30 minutes after they close, and they close after the last customer leaves. It's just a loose schedule. We didn't have a real tight, we weren't running a tight ship.
Sure.
It was like they say they close at 3 on Saturday. Usually some people linger till about 3:30, and then he's got to close up at 4-ish, 4:30-ish probably. And so we just waited, and he showed up, and we got married. It was good.
I like it. Easy breezy.
If somebody comes in last minute for the notebook, you have to take care of their needs.
He did not bring us a special DVD or nothing.
Wow.
He was just like, I thought, come on, bring us a rom-com or something, dude.
For a wedding night, yeah.
When did you step up? When did you save the day? Hit us up on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line. I mean, there's been a moment when your skill set was called for. You got the phone call. Your daughter's been kidnapped in Paris. You have the skill set. You're Liam Neeson. Ryder, what comes to mind? Anything?
No.
Come
I'm trying to, I mean, other than coming in here this morning every freaking
That's
day.
where I was going to go.
Yes, pushing the buttons. And,
that's it.
And keeping the station on the air.
I was never in a surprise situation, but I have officiated a wedding.
Okay. But you knew you were going to ahead of time.
Yes, I knew I was going to ahead of time. Yeah, that's the only place I can draw similarities to the funeral director.
Did they go to you first, or
they did? They came.
Okay.
And
all right. Well, that's cool.
It was it was honestly, it was quite flattering. They asked if I'd ever done it before. I said no, and they said, well, we just think you're the guy. And I'm like, okay. I knew him a little bit, didn't know him that well, but they thought I was the guy. I went through the whole process of getting ordained, yada yada, and while I was incredibly flattered, I'll never do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
The pressure was too much?
Wasn't too much. It's just up until Ryder knows, until you have kids, that's the biggest day of your life. Period. The end.
Okay.
And I don't want to be the guy that has to, I didn't feel pressure. I just don't want to be the one that does that. I'd rather sit at the wedding and watch it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You don't want to roll up the sleeves and get dirty, is what you're saying.
In this case, no.
Yeah.
I've gotten dirty plenty of times in my life.
Okay.
In this way, in this form, fashion, just wasn't for me.
651-989-ROCK is the talk and text line. Surely somebody has come up strong when need be. There is a text from Al that I think is worth sharing.
Yeah, it says, I had to drive someone to the emergency room when they got their arm cut off in a hay baler.
Oh! Al! That's what I'm talking about. Ring the bell for Al right there, man.
Good Lord.
Come on.
Wow.
And I'm afraid to ask for details because he didn't share any more. I trust everything went okay. If not, I guess if he had crashed on the way, he would have mentioned that. So hopefully you got everyone there on time.
I'm assuming that he saved the day.
Whew, baby.
That dude doesn't have an arm, though.
Yeah,
Al's buddy.
At least he didn't for a while. Maybe they got it packed on ice. Maybe they got it put back together.
The robot arm, that would be pretty freaking sweet.
I said I didn't want details, and now here we're just dropping hints to follow up, Al. Get us up.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, and you said we're speculating on the arm. If it went into a hay baler, my guess is the arm is no longer in existence. It was probably chewed up.
Oh, boy.
It was bailed.
There was a story I saw that a gust of wind blew a baby girl in a stroller into Lake Michigan in Chicago, and a dude jumped in and saved the day. Oh my God.
It's choppy out there.
It's pretty choppy out there. This time of year, a little chilly in the water.
Yeah.
I got myself in trouble in Denver in 2013. I grabbed a runaway wheelchair with a kid in it. It was going down a little slope out into traffic, and I grabbed it as it went by and did it without planting and thinking about the physics, and wrenched my lower back right out. I threw my back out.
Yeah,
I didn't realize at the time. I grabbed it. The parents were like, "Oh my God, thank you." It was really like a moment of like, "Oh yeah, God, whew, glad I saw that."
Right.
And then I started walking back to my hotel, and with every step, I was like, "Oh, it kind of hurts." By the time I got back to my room, I literally couldn't move. Like my entire, if you've ever literally thrown your back out, like no strength in my legs, my whole body just had nothing, and I was like, I don't think I can play a show tomorrow. And I went through a few shows on muscle relaxers and don't remember them too well.
Wow.
Oh, it's awful.
Okay, well, you're talking about
So the lesson I learned is let that kid in the wheelchair go out into traffic.
No.
I don't think that's the lesson.
No, that's not the lesson?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Oh, no, it's plant your feet and then give a little. Realize that thing moving past you with inertia, you gotta roll with it. You can't just stop it cold. That's I knew there was a lesson in there somewhere.
Yes, I think
that's right.
The lesson is see if we can find those shows where Steve's on muscle relaxers.
Yeah, boy.
See how good that drumming is.
Boulder 2013. Trust me.
Okay,
you're going to be like, wow, they're really chill up there tonight.
Make no mistake, you did the right thing.
In Chicago, recently, dude walking along, minding his own business, hears a woman screaming, looks up and sees that a gust of wind has separated her from the stroller she was pushing, the stroller that contained her 8-month-old baby.
Oh, man. Okay.
And they happen to be, right near a harbor, a bay right off Lake Michigan, and the stroller went right into the water. Now, you can imagine how cold that water is.
Yeah.
This time of year.
Holy.
And so what does dude do? Well, he springs into action, pretty much saves the day.
I see a stroller getting blown into the lake and the lady's screaming. I could tell she was too panicked to do anything, so I just was like, I'm jumping in. That baby wasn't going to let that baby die. That'd be crazy. She was breathing and crying when we got her out. I hope she has a really cool future.
There we go.
Nice. Well said at the end there, especially.
Really cool future. Certainly better than the one she might have had had the dude not been on hand.
Holy cow.
Chilly.
Man, I mean, that's like the ultimate quick decision. If you take time to think about it, you're going to go, well, if I do this, the water's going to be really cold, and then I might panic, and then you just got to jump in. You just got to do what you got to do. Ever save the day? Ever have anything happen where you were like, okay, whatever I had planned, it doesn't matter, and I'm doing this now? I'd like to know all about it. 651-989-ROCK. That's your Luther Westside Volkswagen talk and text line. I got one. It wasn't exactly saving a baby. In fact, it was the least. It was like a great moment, and then it turned out to be, not really all that big a deal. Sometimes these things happen. Let me know when you save the day. Paul Fletcher on the Luther Westside Volkswagen talk and text line.
Big Lake Nate says, I have saved my wife's second cousin from drowning on two separate occasions.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
Whoa.
Now somebody needs swimming lessons.
Yeah, well, and he notes kid couldn't swim if his life depended on it.
Clearly
can't. Yeah.
Your life does depend on you knowing how to swim if you get into water.
Yeah.
Unreal. Luke says, pulled up to a stoplight and an old lady 2 cars ahead stalled out and couldn't get her car started. The woman in the car between us waved me out to help her. And I had her put it in neutral, then pushed her around the corner to a gas station where she assured me that her nephew was on his way to rescue her.
Now you're talking.
As I'm jogging back to my car, people who didn't see what happened were giving me the finger, honking at me as if I just parked my car there and decided to go run and grab a soda. No good deed goes unpunished, I suppose.
Party foul. What are you doing?
Hey, man, the citizens of Gotham thought Batman was in on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
They thought he just, at a stoplight, just decided, you know what, I'm going to go grab something to drink.
Die a young hero or stay alive long enough for them to turn on you.
That's right.
I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
I saved the day once, and I told the story not that long ago, but I got involved in an arrest when I was about 20 years old. I helped a cop chase a guy down, and long story short, he got away from the police officer. This guy was running through a field, and I ran up and tackled him, made the tackle. He was handcuffed and taken away to jail, and I saved the day. And I, of course, was like, man, I wonder if that guy's like wanted for murder, or maybe he's like a cartel, boss, or I'm thinking all these grand things that the guy had done. He must be like maybe it's a serial killer. Maybe I've saved lives by inserting myself into this arrest.
Oh yeah.
No, credit card fraud.
Oh, what?
Back in the 80s when it really was like that meant he probably ripped off $600.
Yeah,
he had some bad credit cards. That's what he was wanted for.
Wow.
And I mean, I'm not saying I regretted being involved, but I couldn't believe how much I regretted being involved. Oh, I got money and ruined my roommate's umbrella for a credit card fraud guy? Come on.
Yeah, white collar guy. Yeah.
Not cool. Not cool at all. Anyway, let us know when you were there. When duty called, did you answer the bell?
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is Monday morning mixtape time. Let's get it started, shall we?
Yeah.
So you win Olympic gold, and they get the word to you, hey, we don't have the national anthem. What do you want to hear when you get up there?
Okay.
Any song ever written and recorded, it's yours for the taking. Ryder, what are you going with?
Foo Fighters, My Hero.
I'm just a person. I mean, I'm a hero. I don't think of myself as a hero. Man, come on, Foo, get it. There you go.
Yeah, just imagine it. The whole stadium singing along.
Fletcher, you got the gold medal. What song you want to hear?
Okay, so a couple of them came through my head. I'm invested in the hockey world, obviously. So the first thing that came to my head was Freebird, because that's what they use.
Right.
But then I went, you know what? I'm going to use Steve's. I'm going to implore your thought process, which is think, don't blink, or blink, don't think, right? Think, blink, don't think.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam's Go. That is my go-to.
Go.
I just want Pearl Jam. Just give me Pearl Jam when I'm up on there. It's all about me when I've won.
I looked at it like this. The national anthem every year for the Super Bowl, they always say, like, you can bet how long is it going to be, over or under 2 minutes.
Sure.
So I'm like, yeah, what's a good 2-minute-ish song? And I went right back to the source. And I've said this for years. Short list of my favorite songs ever is the Beatles' Flying. The instrumental from Magical Mystery Tour. Talk about setting the mood.
It's a groover.
Come on, man. That's just badassery.
So you're up on the goal?
Yeah. Yeah, like, hey, everybody, let's just take a chill. Okay. Deep breathing. Let's go. Come on. Standing Savasana. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
We're all just going to soak it in and vibe out. I've already done the work. I've already put in the time. I've already toiled in anonymity. I got my gold medal. How about a little organ? How about a little sultry groove? Yeah, that's right. By the end of this song, we're all making out. It's going to be great.
Maybe encourage people to do yoga.
I feel like this is going to play well if the Olympics are in Jamaica.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Load it up. 651-989-ROCK, the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line. What song are you playing for your gold medal?
Yeah, from a 651 number. I'm not familiar with this, but I like it. Ray Charles singing America the Beautiful.
Oh, we've had some Lee Greenwood come in too. But I was going to say, I really do dig that Ray Charles version.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that version, but just Ray Charles singing anything would be great.
That's very true.
Dean Smith texted in and asked, does Jimi Hendrix in his version of the Star Spangled Banner count?
Sure it does. I mean,
that's maybe the ultimate answer.
Yeah. That'd be pretty badass right there.
Hell yeah.
I mean, just picture Jack Hughes, couple of busted teeth, bleeding out all over himself, and that's playing. Come on, man.
God, this is awesome.
I'll throw this one out there, as it is the anniversary of the day Woody Guthrie wrote "This Land Is Your Land," which should be the national anthem anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
For my money.
Yeah.
86 years ago, 1940, Woody sat down, wrote "This Land Is Your Land" today. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice one, Woodman.
Yeah, not too shabby. Brad kind of went for low-hanging fruit, an obvious one, but it works. We Are the Champions.
Well, yeah.
It's another one that's just like a no-brainer kind of.
Yeah, sure, man.
I know, but they're British.
That's very true.
Yeah.
But if you have beaten a British team, then you're just rubbing it in their faces even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Keep them coming. Paul Fletcher, you can lay out a few of the big ones that we've gotten today from listeners.
Absolutely. We got one that I thought was kind of interesting is Toby Keith's Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I do think that one's kind of interesting.
What was that?
I do think that one's kind of interesting.
So
interesting that I spent all this time and then forgot to load it in.
So Mark in Eden Prairie, though, says, for me alone, gotta be Lee Greenwood, God bless the USA, so Steve will cry. But for the USA hockey team against the Canadian crybabies, Toby Keith's Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. That was the full.
Okay.
That was the full thing.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
I didn't buy you enough time?
No.
There's nothing. It doesn't matter what song you play. When I see someone get the overtime winner like that, I'm crying regardless.
Absolutely.
Man, that was good.
I liked this one from Serpico. He said, ZZ Top's I'm Bad, I'm Nationwide.
Yeah, that works always. Yeah, man.
Even if I don't have a beard, I might put this on.
Sure you would.
Why wouldn't you?
Man, ZZ Top was awesome before they were ZZ Top. For a lot of people, they're like, oh, Eliminator. That's when it started. No, man. They were 70s ZZ Top is really where it's at.
Gaius came in with Jesus Jones Right Here, Right Now.
Oh, okay. I like this one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, it's top. It's perfect for the moment. It's a moment.
That's
right
a
here,
moment.
Right now.
Yeah.
Hummus Bob said Prince is America.
Okay.
That one's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. That one from Tubby.
That makes perfect sense.
Can I sneak in a sleeper pick?
Go ahead.
Tom Petty's It's Good to Be King.
Oh, right on. Sure.
Oh,
yeah. Shout out for the Wildflowers album. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one right there.
And you know, while we're on Petty, Dee texted in and said, if you're a woman, American Girl, Tom Petty.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Whitney Cummings is hitting the road, the Big Baby Tour. She's going to be in Eau Claire on March 6th, Rochester on March 7th, and happily enough, she's on the horn right now on Gorman in the morning. Whitney, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
All is well on this end. I'm happy to talk to you. You're a D.C. kid, 90s high school kid, a great music scene out of D.C. Were you plugged into like the local scene, the punk scene? What were you listening to in high school?
Such a good question. Yeah, I was definitely like Discord Records kid. You know, I remember, I don't know if you saw the, what was it called? Sonic Highways, the Dave Grohl documentary series.
Yep.
Yeah, where he sort of like talked about the DC scene, like definitely like 930 Club kid, all that. But I moved to Virginia, a place called Roanoke, Virginia, when I was like 10, 11, and I was there till I was like 15. So it was like a good remix of both. Like I went back and forth from like DC punk to like Lilith Fair, Charlottesville,
right.
You know, so it was... I'm sure that's why I have somewhat of a sort of a somewhat bipolar taste in music. Can get pretty extreme. I was like following Tori Amos around Virginia to like Merriweather Post Pavilion,
sure.
And then like hardcore DC punk, you know. So it's kind of a little bit of everything.
All of that adds up. I'm not surprised by any of that. What's the first big concert you remember seeing?
Duran Duran.
Oh, and right on.
Nice.
I didn't get it at the time. I was like on a date with my dad and someone he was having an affair with. It was like not like for me. Wow. And I remember it like blowing my mind. I would think it was like Ordinary World or something. I hadn't heard them. I was like 4. Like it was not.
Yeah, right.
And it kind of blew my mind. And then, but Paula Abdul was my first concert I like wanted to go to. I had the whole like dance ready to go. I have no Achilles heels left after that. But
right.
But yeah, it was like one of those. Yeah, that. A little bit of everything, very extreme.
Yeah, I like the. I was on a date with my dad who was having an affair. That's you add 2 + 2 and you end up being a comedian.
Frankly, yes. I know. Whenever I talk about stuff like that, people are like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I bought a house from jokes." Okay.
Yeah, right. No, that seems to be it's the logical path. I mean, it makes perfect sense to me. And speaking of comedy, I was aware of you as a stand-up, but you are, of course, well known as the person crazy enough to create and be a part of 2 TV shows concurrently. I know just enough about TV to know that you starring in Whitney while creating and writing 2 Broke Girls is nuts. What were you thinking?
I'm poor, is what I was thinking. I am in
great motivator.
Student loan debt. Yeah, debt, I need money, and attention. 2 things that made that very easy for me to do. You know, I mean, this is, look, I have a lot of help with that. Yeah. You know, like once the shows got on the air, like, you know, I did 2 Broke Girls with Michael Patrick King, you know, who did The Comeback and Sex and the City and is a staff of incredible writers. You would know maybe all of them truly by name at this point with all the things they've done since.
Right.
And on Whitney, I hired, comics, and, we had amazing actors. And, so a lot of people made it great. I think that when you create a show, the best creators know who to hire and who to cast. And, I got lucky with how shallow I am as a person. So I hired the best people and the people that I admired. And I didn't realize this, but once you create a show, you can kind of be like, wait, this person that wrote for Friends is available? Like, they can come right on the show, So I hired a lot of my heroes and friends, and that made it really fun. And, look, I did age 2,000 years and started balding, but a rat tail looks good on me.
Sure it does.
Yeah, and I think that I'm not a person that's like, I need to be in charge of everyone and need power. I don't like that. I'm not that guy. Like, I just, so it was very much like, do you want to do this? Like, do you think this is a good idea? So when you kind of defer to other people and respect their opinions and aren't a total malignant narcissist, it's actually kind of fun, and you get to go home in a decent hour.
Yeah.
Whitney Cummings is with us on Gorman in the Morning. You're back on the road. You're going to be in this area for March 6th and 7th, Eau Claire and Rochester, respectively. You are now a mom. Does the young lad travel well? Is he good on the road?
You know what? Look, a little Benadryl goes a long way.
Yes, it does.
I'm kidding. Please don't call child services. I bring him with me sometimes, if it's going to be super disruptive and, to his sleep and stuff. I got to let him miss me a little bit. I got to play hard to get a little bit. I feel like he's taking me for granted right now. So I think I'm going to ghost him every now and then when I travel, just so that he appreciates me more. But I will bring him. I mean, there's so many things to do. I think in Rochester, there's a children's museum that people love. Mm-hmm. So I think that, I do want him to see a lot of places. He's never seen snow. So do you think there's going to be snow when I'm in Rochester and Eau Claire?
Good chance. Yeah. Better than 50-50. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, so maybe that's when he's going to see snow for the first time.
That'll be nice.
That's exciting.
That'll be nice. I would imagine no shortage of material, whether you share it with audiences or not. I can't imagine you going more than a few minutes with a baby and then a toddler and not seeing a million threads of thought.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, to me, it's actually more about when you have a kid, at least in my case, I was like, I want him to have all the books I had growing up. And then you look at the books you had growing up and you're like, they let us read these? These are nuts. Yeah. What? Why is Winnie the Pooh wearing no pants taking a boy into the forest? Hold on. I have so many questions. That's what I think really throws me is when I get him a toy that I had as a kid, and I'm like, lawn darts are dangerous.
Yes, they are.
We played with this stuff. So I go on eBay and I try to get things that I had as a kid, and then I'm like, it is a miracle we are alive. Or when you take them to the playground, and I'm like, well, hold on, the playgrounds have shade now. There's shade. Oh yeah. We just had a slide made out of sheet metal that would just bake in the sun.
Yeah, of course.
So I think it's more. What throws me is how the things sort of make me rewind to my childhood and just be grateful I survived.
Whitney Cummings is with us. Eau Claire the 6th of March, Rochester the 7th. So I would imagine during pregnancy and then after having given birth, you were off stage for a little while. How long did you go? Between sets, what was the longest gap?
Oh, when I took a break?
Yeah.
You never really take a break as a comic because your inner monologue is just constantly is this funny, is this funny? And sometimes, taking a break from actually being on stage is good because you can sort of recalibrate and update your software and not just continue doing a bad impression of who you used to be. So sometimes it's very intentional to be I'm just going to write for a while and evolve as a human and mature. We've all seen those comics that you admire and love. And then, you see them in their 50s and they're still fat chicks. Am I right? You're like, what are you doing? Go to therapy. Get it together. You have to actively go away and mature as a comic because, you can just go on stage every night and just kind of be rewarded. And then just go I'm going to be this person forever. I think even though you might maybe lose some people, if you grow, I think you'll ultimately gain, more fans that are sort of in the mindset that you're in, but it just feels fake and false and immature and just spooky, Yeah. And I think I really try to go away and make sure that I'm playing to the top of everybody's intelligence and I'm being the most sort of like insightful version of myself. So I've definitely taken, between specials, I try to take a month and a half, 2 months, not going on stage at all, but writing every day. I try to do that, but sometimes you just have to. You're like, oh, I gotta. This is an addiction, also.
I'm looking forward to seeing you, getting with that addiction here. I'm very, very excited about that. I would be remiss if I didn't mention your book, I'm Fine and Other Lies, which is a hell of a read.
That's great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Speaking of therapy, I felt like I'd been to therapy when I read it. So you saved me a lot of time and money. I appreciate it.
That's kind of what I did. I was trying to be the Robin Hood of therapy and go I'm going to go to all these therapy things and then give away all the greatest hits to people for free.
It worked for me. WhitneyCummings.com for tickets and all information. Whitney, thanks for calling in.
Thanks. I'll see you soon, guys.
See you.
Thank you. Good stuff. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very funny woman, and that book really is great. I read it right when it came out. I'm not just saying that stuff, man. Very funny. A lot of codependency in there. A lot of youngest of a big family stuff. I was like, hey, that's me. Go figure. Yeah. Hey, if you're interested, why don't you do this? Text the national keyword BAND to 95819 for your shot to win a trip to the 4-day Welcome to Rockville Festival at Daytona International Speedway. It's May 7th through the 10th. Foo Fighters, Guns N' Roses, Offspring, Alice Cooper, and many more. You're going to get 2 Daytona Owners Club passes that features VIP viewing areas, free food, drinks, and air-conditioned lounges, plus a 5-night hotel stay and $2,000 to cover your travel.
Nice.
Hot tip, fly coach and save the rest. Don't go crazy. Band 95819. Take care of business, why don't you? We have a little bit of time left, just enough time for the last word.
All right.
As we did win gold yesterday for the first time since the Miracle on Ice, by we, I mean the USA Hockey men's team. Let's leave it to Herb Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
There's a good one that applies to a lot more than just hockey. How about this for a quote? You must have goals in your life or otherwise be prepared to be used by those who do have them.
Ooh.
Oh, Herbie.
Yeah. Herbie didn't mess around.
Cutting.
Yeah, passive-aggressive Minnesota stuff going on there.
Cutting right to the quick on that one. Tomorrow on the show, a little WTF, Wisconsin, Texas, Florida, Fletcher's edition. What is coming up next on KQRS?
I'd love to give you a chance to send you to Rockville. Go check out 4 days of nonstop live rock out at the Daytona Speedway. So nice. 2 text keywords for that. We'll go commercial-free over lunch, and we'll start the day with Fleetwood Mac. And how about New Order just after 10?
Sounds like a plan. Keep it right here on Minnesota's 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.